Right now to decision 2026 as the field continues to take shape in the race for governor. After former New Britain Mayor Erin Stewart launched her campaign yesterday, she will face off against Senator Ryan Fazio for a possible Republican nomination, and State Representative Josh Elliott is challenging Governor Ned Lamont for the Democratic nomination. NBC Connecticut political reporter Mike Savino has a look at the field right now. So we got about 12 months. We got still time. What does it look like as it starts to take shape?
Well, there's certainly one buzzword that we're hearing from all of the candidates, Mike, and that is affordability. That's a word we keep hearing the governor say is his main focus, but we also have those three challengers on both sides of the political aisle who believe that he's missing the mark.
I am running to be the next governor of the great state of Connecticut.
We now officially have Democratic and Republican battles in the race for governor. Former New Britain Mayor Erin Stewart jumping in and then saying on this Sunday's Face the Facts that she'll cut taxes and energy costs and improve public safety.
Bottom line is spend less. We're overtaxing people. I feel very strongly about that. We got to return money to our taxpayers in the form of lots of tax relief.
Fellow Republican Senator Ryan Fazio is focusing a lot on the same issues. He hopes his track record in the legislature can unite a party that hasn't won a statewide office in 20 years.
If the record shows that we still have such a high cost of living, such anemic economic growth, then I think voters will understand that it's time for a change.
Governor Ned Lamont is also focusing on affordability, promising policy ideas on energy costs, health care, and housing. And he hopes voters are satisfied with his first two terms.
And I think we've made a real difference over the last 8 years, and we have a lot of work to do. I think you see the difference we've made in New Britain as well as a lot of our other cities.
State Representative Josh Elliott says Lamont isn't doing enough to help working families. And he says the governor is only finally talking about affordability ahead of an election.
The governor had spent 4 months essentially poll testing what he wanted his vision to be. And so what he honed in on is that people are worried about affordability. They're worried about energy costs. They're worried about housing.
Now, I know we've talked about how Lamont would be one of the longest serving governors in Connecticut history if he gets another 12 years in office, but any of these other three challengers would be either the youngest or second youngest governor in state history.
So if they all stay in the race, all four of them, we have a chance of primaries on both sides. It's not for a while. Does it look like it'll solidify between now and then, or is it still kind of up in the air?
Yeah, there's a lot of time, and certainly you hear from people who've run before how hard it is to try to primary in Connecticut. On the Democratic side, it's really going to come down to whether or not Elliott can convince members of the party that they want to make a change from a governor who's won 2 terms. On the Republican side, we really need to see if either one of these candidates can unite the party around them. If neither one is able to do that, I think we could certainly see them battle it out into the summer.
So it'll be interesting to see if there is indeed a primary on both sides. Mike, thank you.